Right, let's try again. I'm beginning to have my doubts on this. If these streams keep cutting out all the time, I don't think I'll bother streaming again. Right, let's get into it. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Today I thought I'd do a bit of action on Tees Valley. Hopefully it all goes to plan. So the plan is we're going to be doing some action with the 37, doing some first concentrating around the coal procedures, be it unloading the coal wagons or reloading them, as well as we've got some steel wagons, well, steel stuff to be getting on with. So let's do this one. Why not? That's going from Tees Yard to the red car ore terminal. Oh. Hey Joe, hey, how are you? Question mode, yes it did. We do enjoy your content. Oh, thank you, I appreciate it. Right, so we got to drive a train of loaded coke wagons to red car ore terminal, class 37, 3,045.4 tons, 24 wagons, and the length of the service is 261.5 yards. So, oh god, the frame rate's taken a dip. Oh, come on. Right, where's my thing? Interior lights, A and B. Route indicator lights, as well as that. Let the brakes bubble and boil. I'll check the points across the board just to make sure they're all ready to go. It looks okay to me. Yep. Just always check. You never know. God, it's a fair way, isn't it? Here we go. That one's good. And that's the only one. Good. Off we go. There's our long train of coke wagons. So 7 miles until the ore terminal reception. Happy days. Right, let's have a look at the chat. I played a 1972 stock and sandpatch grader. Can't wait for the Great Western Express so I could play Oh yeah, the Class 43 sand patch, great. Yeah, that should be good fun. Although I would also prefer a modern electrified version of Great Western Express. Yeah. Will that happen? No. It won't. I mean, that route was, when was it based off? 2015, so what, nearly 5 years ago? God almighty. That is scary, isn't it? Like, but yeah, Great Western, I enjoy it, because obviously it's where I come from. But I don't know, because Great Western Express has been neglected so much, which is a bit of a shame, you know, like the freight services could have been expanded and improved. We could have had a local add-on to that. Obviously it hasn't. It could be more updated-ish to, I don't know, 2018 spec, maybe a couple of years out, or today. But yeah, I don't know. If it would be a contractual dispute with Great Western Railway, or they might have ended the contract with Train Sim World, who knows. And of course, because, like I said, because Great Western Express has not been touched, either due to, you know, licensing reasons, which is personally what I think is that's what I think the reason is. I'm not in love with it anymore, Great Western Express, because it's always the same. Yes, there's that little secret cheat thing you can do. I don't know if you could do it on Train Sim World 2. I don't think you can. Well, not yet. Of course you can't. It's not there yet. But when it does come, I don't know if that cheat will be there, where you know, play a little, do a little cheat with the journey mode or something like that. You can find extra services or do extra long, Class 43 services carriage-wise. So. But other than that, no. Great Western Express, I haven't touched it, and I probably won't be touching it again, to be honest. Oh, hang on. Yep. Alright, Mum. Hang on a minute, I'll be right back. That's alright, just have to do something very quickly, very briefly. Alright. Right, let's get back into it. Oh, dearie me. Oh dear. Oh, 37, Tees Valley, lovely sunny morning, 5:26 AM. Tees Newport Bridge, which does animate in Train Sim World 1, probably Train Sim World 2. Yeah, I've been looking forward to getting around to doing Tees Valley, covering the scenarios, and I won't need to cover the Class 20 because I've already done the Class 20, but the route itself and the 31 should be good. And plus, they've in their notes on the planning stage, as well as already what's the latest patch that's been out for a while, they've addressed a few issues with Tees Valley, to my surprise, focusing quite a bit on the scenarios, so that'll be good to have a go. See, well, see what's new, see what's been improved. Anyway, let's get rocking and rolling. Well, I tell you what I haven't done. I do apologise. Did I do the AWS? I'll be sacked by British Railways for not doing that. Right, let's get up to speed. We've got things to do. Apologies if the quality is not as good as maybe others are, or as much as I'd like it to be, but I can't help it, so what can I do? I wish I was made of money, but I'm not. I'll have to put out a special video asking my subscribers to pay me £1 so I could fund new internet or something. Yeah, but I don't think I can do that. Even if I did have the money, I couldn't do it easily. A, it's not under my control, and B, I'll probably have to pay a lot of money to get out of the current contract, which is stupid and pathetic, but there we go. So, there we go. It's going to be a while, but if streams do not improve, or if they keep cutting and refusing to upload, then I think I'll have to make a decision whether I will carry on streaming, because it's getting to the stage where, you know, it's taking up time of my day. I stream, it's good, the quality isn't great, then it cuts out, and it really puts you down. It puts me down as well. So I'll have to consider it. I might consider it end of the week. If he keeps doing it, then I think I might have to yeah, not stream for a long time. I don't know, maybe not stream for a year, maybe. No point. And particularly if worst comes to worst, that my family members have to start working from home again, then streaming's out of the question. I can't stream when they're working from home, it's not possible. So yeah, streaming wise, the future is not bright. But content wise, you know, actually making videos, that is bright. I will continue to do that. There are some limitations. I can't make full, like, 120-minute scenarios if I come across one. That's not just down to the Wi-Fi for once. That's actually down to the stuff I need, the stuff I use to, you know, put it together and edit it and so on and so forth. So yeah, I think the maximum I can get out of it is on my, what is it, I think an hour and 10 minutes, I think, off the top of my head, I think. But in my view, if I can get a full scenario, you know, done, you know, made without limitations, you know, cutting and stuff, then that's good. But if let's say I can't, I should say I can, but if I can't, say I do a scenario and then there's 10 minutes left that I can't record or edit together, then I then make the decision and say, right, well, I might as well just chop it into only good bits and bad bits. So, you know, times are tough, and you just gotta take gambles and you know, make sacrifices, and just gotta get on with it, you know. Again, I wish I was made of money, but I'm not. So, and the times at the moment are only going to get harder for us all, not just from a mental perspective, I presume, but also a financial perspective. So, I mean, I'm very lucky to still have a job, to be honest, at my age. So, yeah, and it will come to stages actually that if there are DLCs and I can't afford it, then I'm afraid I won't be able to afford it, and you won't be able to see it. So, yeah. Future-wise for the channel, it's kind of good, but it's then kind of not so good. So, yeah. And then, of course, I haven't even touched the prospect. I will be saving up, if I can save up enough money in time for an Xbox Series X. That's my first port of call, but that might make a difference to the channel. I might be bringing some new things on the table with that, not streaming wise, but just videos wise. PlayStation, I will not be getting a PS5 until Gran Turismo comes out, and hopefully the prices of the PS5 will then drop, and maybe it'll have more work under the hood by Sony, so it will be much more, you know, solid package. It's like Microsoft, I suppose. But the only reason I'm not buying a PS5 at the moment is because there's a big unknown regarding how you can play your past games on, you know, PS4 games. That's the only growl for me. I mean, people are saying you can play all your PS4 games. Next minute someone's saying, oh, it's only the top 100 games, and I'm like, well, what if most of my games are not in the top 100? Well, I can't play them then, can I? So I'm not going to go into PS5 until that's further clarified, or they make changes to that. So but yeah, that's even if I can afford it at the moment, to be honest with you. So yeah, difficult decisions will have to be made, and it may be, some may be good and some may be bad, but yeah, I'm afraid my life doesn't circulate around a channel, so I hope you can understand that. And if worst comes to worst, that I cannot continue producing content for the channel, then for the foreseeable future, if things really do get, you know, proper tough, then that will happen if that is the last resort. Well, to basically keep myself in a job and have a roof over my head, basically. So yeah, interesting times ahead. Hopefully there's a show. Hopefully the sun comes out and shines on me, because I think at the moment I'm going to need it. So there we go. Right, 2 miles until the oil terminal reception. Happy days. Right, I'll have a look at the chat as promised, of course. I always do look at the chat. Is it even working, this thing, the chat? I don't even have a clue. There we go. Now it's working. You couldn't see it before. HD quality is fine for me. Yeah, it's alright, but I want it to be better, but I can't, so oh well. Who would replace the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, or if he or she were to die in office? I don't know. God, Prime Minister. You don't mean the Queen, do you? God, a Prime Minister? Oh, bloody hell. I don't really know, to be honest with you. I'm not into the I've gone off the politics, to be honest. I I've lost my interest in the political front, to be honest with you. Only things that affect our livelihoods in the UK, that's what I'm interested about. I don't know. In the Conservatives, I've no idea. Labour could obviously have a crack at it, but if a general election happens, that's the only way that will happen, which won't be for a long time unless the vote of no confidence is passed. But other than that, I can't say much, because I honestly don't know. Hitcher, if you had the opportunity, would you want to become an actual train operator? I've got to start braking, actually. I don't think I'd like to drive a train. I don't think I could do it in real life, to be honest with you. Too much at risk for me, I think. I don't think I could cope. It's always that mental aspect, like, you know, it depends on what, you know, service you conduct and what, you know, route you're going on. If it's a nice simple branch line route, yeah, it's fine. If it's like an express route or something, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. Too much. It's not the responsibility, it's just the thought in my head, like, oh crikey, what if this goes downhill? What if this happens? You know. I mean, it's obviously not good to think like that, but of course, you know, it does happen now and again. Working on the railway itself, yeah, I could do. I know a friend of one of my mum's friends, she works on the railway. What do they call it in America? She works as a conductor. You know, the tickets and all that thing. I don't know. Yes and no. But I think I prefer the virtual one. To be honest with you, I prefer the driving aspect of it. It's much more easier and less stressful. So there you go. Yeah, I prefer the this game, to be honest. I'm surprised Sony didn't offer a cheaper version of the PS5 and a digital version like Microsoft did the Xbox Series X. I'm a bit surprised, yeah. You never know. Well, I reckon next year they might actually pump out, if they can pump out a version of a PS5 wireless or whatever, a wireless one, a discless version, I should say. But that'd be possible. But I mean, Sony is a massive company. I mean, I mean, who's a bigger company, Microsoft or Sony? That's the question. I personally, I prefer Sony as a company. I think they're a better company than Microsoft. I don't know. It's just something about the Sony company. I think it's more, I don't know, forgiving, maybe. I mean, there was one aspect you can say about that is when the PS4 first launched, I think it was miles cheaper than the Xbox One, and it had way more better features when it launched at the time, hence why it made world record sales and smashed the Xbox One to pieces, and that will live long in the memory. But yeah, a bit surprising. I mean, to be honest, even if I wanted the discless version of either the Xbox or a PlayStation, I couldn't, because to be honest, most of my games all run on disc, so I've got no choice but to save up for the more expensive option. So I'd love to buy the cheaper one, but I can't, because most of my games are not all wireless. I think there are only a couple of games, a few games I have, well, this is on Xbox mainly, that are, you know, digital downloads. What are they? F1 2019, I think. Forza Horizon 4. Was it FIFA 17? I think. Yeah, I think that's it. Then on PlayStation it's practically most of my games except from the Gran Turismo Sport. All the other things are digitally downloaded, so. But I like Gran Turismo Sport, so it's my second. It's probably the game I play mostly, other than this. To be honest, but you know, that's just how I roll, isn't it? What's the time in the UK? God, 5 past. I've got. The quality's not too bad, but it depends on what device you're watching my stream on, aren't you? I mean, I've got an iPhone 10, and obviously it's got a what was the display back then? OLED display, which is pretty good, and now the new ones have got XDR display or something. So I suppose the stream does look good. Depends what you're watching it on. Be it a television, I presume a television is terrible. Tablet, yeah. Phone, yeah, pretty decent. But of course some people are a bit picky like me. I'm a bit picky myself when it comes to quality. I'm like, I want it to be perfect, I want it to be nice, but I can't. I'm not made of money. I was thinking of starting up a Patreon page, but I'm not sure if I should start it too soon. I think I need to get more subscribers to, you know, I feel as though I need to earn for subscribers' trust and earn their confidence in me and earn their respect for me, as, you know, pumping content, because I can't just, you know, I'm not even at 1,000 subscribers yet, and all of a sudden I'm asking my subscribers, oh, you don't mind donating this amount of money to me every month? Thank you very much. I'm sure some will say yes, but then some will say no and be like, hey, you hold your horses, you're a bit too soon jumping the gun, my friend. You need to work a bit more and make more content or something. I don't know. I did try. I was very, very close to making one. Believe me, I was so close. I think the last problem I had was trying to... Currency was a big issue. I didn't know which to do it in, because I've got a few subscribers from across the Atlantic in North America, but of course majority of my subscribers are in, you know, the UK. So, and I didn't know which currency I should choose, US dollars or pounds. I was thinking pounds, because then, you know, when it gets transferred to, you know, my bank or something, I'm not sure, it'll be easy. But with dollars, I think it's difficult to transact dollars to pounds in the UK. You have to use a special app or something, so I don't know. But yeah, maybe next year I'll think about doing a Patreon page, but I think I need to get a few more subscribers on board, not just for the sake of getting more money in, but to get more respect, I think. Not from you, well, not from me, but from you. You know, you respect my content, not like asking you to respect me, like, respect me, mate, or you're going down the gutters. No, I'm not like that. Like some people are. I'm not like that, believe me. Anyway, where we at? Red Car or Terminal? Might get this done for once. I mean, I've got an hour and what's the limit I've got? I've got until, I'd say, 4:30. 4:15 maybe. I'm not too sure. It's very rare of me to do this on the first day. Usually what I would be doing, if it weren't for the pandemic, what would I be doing? Well, I'd be working, regardless of the pandemic was on, but I've been awarded a few days holiday, which is nice. Basically, with the problem with holiday at work was that I had to... I didn't refuse, but I chose not to take a bunch load of holiday time when the lockdown was on, because then I thought, well, when we come out of lockdown in the UK, I can just work my arse off like the clappers, earn a bit of money-ish, and then, you know, when I get some time off, I can maybe go and see my other family members, or just have some days off, really. So that was my plan, and so far that's worked. So, I mean, I was planning to go away for my birthday in December. I've booked it off at least, so I'm definitely going to have the day off, thank God. That's on the Saturday. Not going to drink much. I'm not much of a drinker, to be honest. Alcohol wise, not much. Tea wise, I'm very. But I was thinking of going away for my birthday to see my family, celebrate it, but I'm not too sure. I'm not sure if I'll be allowed to, that, you know, when that time comes. Is the headlight on? Where's that? I say it from a distance. It's very hard to see. There's the light shining in all of a sudden. I'm like, oh, wakey, wakey, son. Wakey, wakey, son, sonny boy. Right, let's get going to the unloading facility. Finally, we can get it done. Go, go, go. Better late than never. Let's go. Do we need the AWS? No, we won't need it on, will we? It's only the unloading facility. It's not the end of the world, is it? Come on, what's the matter with you? Start accelerating. Jesus Christ. I'm not using that much throttle. I'm using 11% for throttle. I tell you, some of these adhesion physics are... they're a bit of a pain rather than an enjoyment. Let's talk about the Isle of Wight, because that's not far around the corner. I think it's coming either next week or the week after. Don't hate me if I get it wrong. Will I buy it? If they announce it and the price is the same as it has been in the past, deep down I wouldn't buy it. But for the channel's sake, I have to buy it, so I need to get ahead of the game, so I need to keep up with the competition I have, so yeah, I'm gonna have to buy it. But if the price is $24.99, you know, for a route that is, what, 8.5 miles long, has one locomotive, and is coming out in the time when, you know, people across the world, you know, let alone in the UK, have, you know, thousands of people have lost their jobs. Money, financially, it is getting to the point where, you know, some people, it's getting very, very difficult, and, you know, and if they charge it at $24.99, you know, regarding those circumstances, I think that is an absolute disgrace. I mean, okay, yes, you could look at it from their perspective, saying, you know, they're a company, they need to get maximum revenue in to, you know, I don't know, keep their partners happy, or, you know, to pay their staff in these very uncertain times. I don't know if they furloughed any staff. I don't know how big Dovetail Games are as a company. I need to stop because I need to put on this list with control. But as I was saying, I think it's a bit of a disgrace, particularly on the route of the Isle of Wight, where they're charging £24.99. I don't know what it is in other currencies for a route that's 8.5 miles long with one locomotive to play with a, you know, when the height factor of it will probably die down in 24 hours when it's released, and it'll probably have a few bugs to go along with it. I think it's very unfair to the customers. You know, they should lower the price, not just on that route, but I think across the board, especially in, you know, since in the UK the restrictions announced it for the next frickin' 6 months. You know, I'm not complaining of the restrictions, that's the way it is. You know, but I think for Dovetail they need to lower the Rivet Games. I think because there's a Rivet Games product, they should have the right to dictate what price you know, they should dictate what price they should put for their products, not Dovetail saying, oh, put on £2 24.99 for this route, please. And I'm like, no, I don't think you should. And I think the price should be lowered across the board. I mean, you know, for DLCs, I mean, not just before the pandemic, but, you know, before it, far too expensive. I mean, the only DLC, I think, which is lower than the usual bog standard price is the West Somerset Railway. That's the only DLC out of the whole lot that is less than 24, you know, route wise. They're all 24.99. That is the only route that is what, I think it's £20 in the UK, 19.99. The Loco DLCs, they're 11.99 on Xbox in British pounds, and on PlayStation they're slightly cheaper. I think 40p cheaper. It's not much, but it's better than nothing. But yeah, especially in these uncertain times, I think they'll be heralded as heroes, Dovetail, if they lower the prices, because they need to take into consideration. Because if you think about it, if they lowered the price on their products, you get more people buying it because the price is lower, so you probably generate more revenue across the board, rather than ridiculous stupid price of £24.99, which will probably turn people away because of being too expensive. Oh well, there we go, that's my little rant on it. Anyway, let's go. With slow speed control is activated, I think we should be okay to go. I think. I don't know how it works. How does it work? I think it just does it itself. Brakes have been released. Come on. There we go. No, it is slow speed control. I mean, it is hideously slow, 1 mile an hour, but it should be okay. Should be okay. It should just do it itself. I mean, it must be very advanced. Back in 1989, you know, ooh, some sort of cruise control on a train, diesel, like, oh, blimey, what is this? Be thinking, God, it's a miracle. We've discovered cruise control by an accident. I've tried using cruise control, not just in games but in real life. It feels a bit weird, I must admit, you know, on the road, but if you're on like a quiet country road or something, or a very quiet motorway or highway or dual carriageway, then yeah, it's alright, but I wouldn't use it, you know, at full speed on those highways or something. If only if it was like really empty or something, I would happily use it. Right, the chat froze for a minute. Not the quality, thank God. So that's a miracle in itself. So now I can have a look at the chat while the 37 is unloading its content of coke, which is a distillation of, well, it's a different type of coal they used back then. Right, anyway, what have we got? A-Trail, Mr. Trump wanted to ban TikTok and WeChat in the United States, like Emperor Palpatine executed 66 in the Jedi. I don't know. Personally, I don't have much interest in TikTok or things like that, to be honest. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm just noticing this slow speed control is not working, is it? Oh well, we're unloading our contents, that's a good thing. I don't think it's working, unless I applied it, unless I did the procedure wrong. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of TikTok, to be honest. I mean, even if it gets banned in the United States or the United Kingdom, I know a lot of teenagers will fuss about it, and I know a lot of people will be like, particularly the ones who own millions and millions of dollars or pounds out of it. My reaction would be, oh, it's a bit sad it's gone for those people, but for me it doesn't bother me. I'm not interested in it. I don't really have time to make TikToks, to be honest with you. I've got other things to do. Who's the most famous TikToker? What is it in the States? Charlie D'Amelio, or whatever her name is. sure she would be crying. I mean, she's what, 17 years old, and she earns what, millions and millions of dollars a year. No wonder she'd be crying if TikTok was to end and go. Then again, she shouldn't really be crying about it, because I'm sure she's got enough money in her pocket to survive off that for the rest of time, unless she's been an idiot and spent it all behind the scenes on houses and cars and expensive products. Then, well, people like me will then say, well, there you go, you should have treated your money with more care and more consideration, or considerate thought. And then, of course, I can imagine if that was to happen, you know, the main people who generate revenue out of TikTok, they were like, well, you're gonna have to go and get a job, a proper job. But that's not just the millionaires. I mean, there's obviously, you know, people further down that do make a living out of it. You know, don't earn as much as the big famous ones, I suppose, but they do make a living out of it. I will have sympathy for them, but I don't have sympathy for like the millionaires of TikTok or whatever. You know, I have no. I mean, if I was to win, say, a few $1 million or pounds and be in a lottery or something, then yeah, I'll probably go a bit overboard with it and go a bit sad and crazy, but I should be like, well, we got to relax and we just got to think of a plan and be responsible and not going to be too silly with it. But then again, I can't say much. I don't do anything with TikTok, so there we go. I know, I'm a sad little bugger. Right, what have we got? Oh yeah, this is the stupid thing. I discovered this the other day. The thing's all broken. So what have I got to do? I've got to reverse back down again. Oh, I could turn off a slow speed control because it's not working. I don't need it anymore anyway. See what I mean? When they add Preserve Collection stuff to TSW2, the whole point of Preserve Collection stuff is that they're untouched. It does not mean that new bugs are detected, and if they are detected, they should have eliminated them before they released them. But there we go. I'm not going to moan anymore about Preserve Collection bugs and stuff. I will only laugh at the bugs now because it's hilarious, because it's just so wrong. If you want me to do Preserve Collection stuff on Train Sim World 1 or revisit Train Sim World 1, then yeah, let me know. You know, why should I bother? You know, why should we all play the old stuff on the new game? Why don't we play the old stuff on the old game? Why not? You know, it's less bug free, and which means it's more fun. So yeah, I'll consider that. Okay, we won't see the new routes as much, but there we go. In terms of new routes, if the Isle of Wight comes out next week or the week after, then obviously my stream schedule will be focused on British stuff. So, you know, say, well, Tees Valley this week, maybe East Coast Way next week, or no, actually no, maybe the London Underground. I'll give that another go, because that's kind of similar-ish to the Isle of Wight, isn't it? Similar type of train we'll be driving, and etc, etc. So yeah, that is if I have time. I mean, my work can change all of a sudden. The hours can change because well, sometimes I have to do extra hours, so overtime. So yeah. And of course, you know, if there are things that affect my life, such as maybe, I don't know, the situation with the pandemic or anything to do with work or the government or whatever, then obviously that will have changes. Maybe good for the channel, maybe bad, but hey, we'll see. Anyway, we need to change the points, don't we? That might be wise. Oh yes, I don't know. I'm trying to make new channel art for my channel. I mean, you might have seen a new banner on the banner of my channel. It's new. It says Spurs Reading. I didn't make that myself. For once, I did not. One of my family members, who is a designer in online stuff, you know, makes websites and stuff like that. And, they came across my channel and said, "Hey, I think your channel needs a lick of paint." And I said, "Oh, thank you." So he made one, but then he made one? She made one, sorry, the family member in question. And it looked great, but I'm having trouble with just adjusting the size of it so I can get all the appropriate, so you can see all of it, not just the big name of Spurs Reading, but also the little description down below. So I'm thinking of just trying to, just editing the resizing of it, and that's all I'm mainly doing. But yeah, I think it's nice that families wanted to come on board and help with the channel, growth at the channel. So if they are watching this now or watch this back, then once again, I really appreciate it and thank you. I might have to make it. I'm sorry, but I might have to go and have a comfort break in a minute. I'm really sorry. I know we're not very far into the stream, I must admit. I mean, we're only 40 odd minutes, but I do need to go for a comfort break. So yeah, once we stop here and go back to the main menu, then I will go for just a quick comfort break. Hope you can appreciate that. Right, I'll have a look at the Chiddly chat, because I think that should have worked. Oh god, we've got a new person. Who is this? Sorab? That's how you say it now. I'm not sure. If I pronounced it wrong, I do apologise. But hey, Sorab, welcome on board. Hope you're well. Nice to see you. Hope you're well, my friend. Actually, I agree that it should be banned, personally, because since the Chinese companies have given data to the Chinese government, it does violate news national law. The law is the law. That's true. Yeah, there was a funny thing about in the UK. What was it earlier on in the year before this virus thing blew up? Huawei, wasn't it? And 5G services. I remember that conspiracy that they were burning down 5G. What was it? 5G. Sugar. What's the bloody thing? 5G what? 5G telephone masts or something, weren't they? Saying that 5G is the reason behind the COVID thing. It was rubbish. I like 5G, but I don't think, well, I mean, I can't use 5G, and I'm sure it'll be fantastic, not just in the UK, but around the world, but I don't think it should be done by a Chinese company. I'm not saying that China's a disastrous place, to do business and live. I'm sure there are some lovely aspects to the country, cultural and sporting perspective, and, it's just maybe they're, you're not confident with the leadership, but then again, you could say that with any country around the world, to be honest with you. Be that the United States, be it the United Kingdom, be it, Russia, or I don't know, those kind of, the main players, so to speak, on the world stage. You all have your doubts on the leadership and so on and so forth, about being a sort of James Bond, if you like, spying on other countries and things like that. I'm not a fan of other countries spying on each other, but there we go. But because, of course, it's Chinese technology, and of course that's the big theory at the moment, is that any Chinese technology that's being exported to any country is a disaster in its own, because they think they're spying on them or taking data and planning to take over the world or something. So I don't know. But what was the Chinese thing? The funny thing is that the thing I'm interested in is the future. I mean, this probably don't pay any interest to you, is Wolverhampton Wanderers Football Club. They are the only club in the whole United Kingdom that is owned by a Chinese company, and that could mean very serious damage to that football club, which is a shame, because I think Wolves is a great club, tremendous club, off the pitch, on the pitch, great support, It's a great old school club with great tradition, but with a pretty cool, slick, and obviously have a big financial, modern, kick up the backside by the Chinese company. I think it's called a Fosun Group or something. Anyway, I need to uncouple. I will catch up with the chat eventually. It's just a bit delayed. It's the YouTube chat. I don't know why it's just so slow today. Right. I think Dovetail should lower the prices. It would be a good marketing decision, and they make more money because more people would buy it. I don't get why they won't do that. I don't know. Maybe they like the old style, the old way. They're a bit stubborn, aren't they, when it comes to their financial practices? They tend to be a bit, it's like they set a price, that's how it's going to be for the rest of time. I think the positive thing with this new game is that they're being more open to discussion. There are more streams going on. They've got a new community manager. I think they've got like 2 or 3 community managers now. They've got the main one, who's called Natalie or something. That should be good. We've got another junior one, I think. That's for what? Reserve collection stuff. We've got Colonel Failure, who I thought would be gone from the company. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm sure I just don't prefer his style of delivery, with saying things or the way he goes about things. It's not my style, but hey, I'm sure some people love him, and that's fair enough. Overall, I'm surprised he's still there. Maybe he's properly working with the company so he can help them achieve their goals, be it commercial or making the game better. Listening, I mean, it is good that they are listening and they are making changes, and I do really appreciate the route map. The only thing I don't like about the route map is the fact that they've got rid of the mystery of what's coming next. You know what I mean? Like, I love those teasers. I love the fascination of the constant fascination of guesstimation. Of what's it going to be? Is it going to be this old school route from this country, or is it going to be a new loco? Or I do love the teasers back then. I really do like that, but it's a shame they're gone. But I suppose it gives a clear indication of what they're doing and what they're making. But I do like the fact that they're adding the bugs that they've found, that have been found from the community, and they're investigating it, trying to find a way to fix it, and then telling you when it's getting fixed and when it's been fixed. So it is positive that they're being more open. It's just a shame they can't be open about the financial side of things, because I'm sure they generate a stack load of money. I mean, some of the partners they have, they're big brands. Caltrain's a huge brand in is it California? California, I think. I'm sure Great Western Railway back then, when they had a partnership, which I believe they don't have now, was a good deal. Deutsche Bahn, which is very obvious. I mean, they must have had a huge amount of money given to them, because they just pump out German content like 24/7. I mean, so many, isn't there? I mean, it's ridiculous. Rapid Transit, Rus Ignored, they had Main Specific Bomb. What have we had? Many loco add-ons, haven't we? We've had the 155, the 182, we've got Rheinroad Austin, I mean, I'm not saying I'm not a fan of the German stuff. I just think, because maybe of the financial side of it, maybe Deutsche Bahn might have been given an extra little letter of money and go like, here you go, have this. If you make more stuff from our company, Deutsche Bahn, then we'll give you more money. And I think that's what they've done. Maybe a bit of financial persuasion from Deutsche Bahn have turned Dovetail's eyes, be like, ooh, money, ooh, let's make more stuff for them. Keep them happy. I like the German stuff. I'm just not a fan of the quantity of German stuff. I mean, my opinion, because obviously I'm from the UK, I like the UK stuff first. I kind of like the American stuff more than the German stuff. weirdly, I find that with my channel, I find the German stuff is harder to stream than the other content from the United States. And also because the German stuff is lacking so much variation, not just in terms of, I wouldn't say routes, but also locos, you know, regarding time periods and stuff. Oh, I've gone way too early. I've got break way too late. I do apologise. But yeah, I think the German stuff, they can have a lot more variation, you know. They can have much older locos. They've got a few old locos, haven't they? They've got a 143, they've got a 155. They've got a 204. That's what kind of works. They've got a 363, which I actually cannot wait for that. That's one of the loco adults I'm looking forward to seeing. Yeah, route-wise as well, they're all modern, and you know, I'm not saying I hate modern routes and stuff, but I wish, you know, it would be nice to now and again dive into the past and see what a past, you know, a German route in the 1970s or 80s would be like, you know, because when you're doing, you know, old routes, you know, English routes like this, you know, Tees Valley, or, you know, going on West Somerset with the old locos, or Transpennine, it is interesting, you know, to see what a route was like back then. You know, how it looked and how it operated during the day. So yeah, and of course that is something that the United States is getting. The Clinchfield Railroad is an historic route, which is the first historic route since, well, this since Tees Valley. So and I believe the Clinchfield Railroad is set in the 1970s. They haven't said which specific year, but it's the 1970s. Was it the F7 and the, what is it, an ST40 or 38-2? So someone can tell me what the locos are in that route. But yeah, they're like it's like a very dark greenish livery on those old locos in the Clinchfield Railroad. It reminds me of the Great British Railway steam locomotives. You know, they were like dark green, you know, like it's kind of like Jaguar racing, you know. Royal British Green, oh yes, you know, the old school paintwork always does the job, oh yes. Nah, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that Clinchfield Railroad. That's a bit of an underdog, you know. I think that's not an underdog, I think underrated, because it's a historical route and people will be like, oh, here we go, I'm fed up of seeing old routes, I want to see more high speed or modern routes, come on now. But you know, it'll be interesting. The Clinchfield Railroad, it will be interesting. Cane Creek is that's probably the most interesting route of all, simply because we have no idea what to expect. That's the only route that we're all in the dark with. Is that route modern? Is it historic? What's the length of it? You know, I mean, the only thing we can know about is what the locos are. I know what brand it will be. It'll be Union Pacific, which is nice. I hope they do that lovely Union Pacific livery which we had on the Peninsula Corridor. That is a gorgeous livery. But yeah, other than that, and where the route is located in the United States, what is it, Utah and somewhere? Utah, I think Cane Creek is. Where is it near? Is it near? What city is it near? What, Detroit or something? I ain't got a clue. I don't know geographically about American cities. But yeah, that route is a real unknown. Like, what to expect from a company that I've never seen make any train content for Dovetail games. So yeah, it'll be interesting. Right, well, that's that done, unloading and running around the train and coupling it up. Let's go back to the main menu, and as I said before, I'm going to take a comfort break, so I'll be back in a tick. Actually no, before I do go, I will read the chat, because I think that's fair. Excuse me, apologies if my voice is going down the drain. Right, God, let's have a look at the Chiddly chat. I don't get why they got rid of T's in upcoming routes or routes of planet. Yeah, I agree. I prefer personally to have more modern British routes than more German content. It's baffling that a British company doesn't have a lot of modern British routes in TSW2. Maybe it's because of the fees for licenses, maybe. I don't know. Sorab, only thing is missing in TSW2 is steam trains. Yeah, a lot of people want steam trains, but we're going to be waiting a while for steam trains. They'll be coming. We just would have to wait a bit longer, unfortunately. And then the question is, what steam train do you put in? I would like to have a little tank engine, a British tank engine, just to, a solid start. Nothing too big and complicated. A nice little tank engine. That would be nice. A Hunslet engine, or I saw a Great Western Railway green tank engine, which I did quite like on Train Simulator. I did like that. And then there's obviously the big ones, Flying Scotsman and Big Boy and so on and so forth. HO, I do like British trains. The Glentree Railroad is ironically in TS21, so another TS20 Porter train sim World 2, yeah. But I suppose for the historic routes, they've got, if they've got an old historic route from Train Simulator that people like, then why not put it on Train Sim World 2? And it's even more difficult at the moment, to get new routes, in terms of completely new routes for Train Sim World, because of the restrictions that we have at the moment regarding travel and quarantine and all that stuff. So I think it's a smart move that they've decided to take routes that are within the limits of Train Sim World 2 from the Train Simulator front. So I welcome that. Otherwise we wouldn't have had any DLCs at all, because we wouldn't have probably been able to like I said, Dovetail probably couldn't have gone abroad as much as they would like to source new stuff, routes and locos. But there we go. Right, as I said, I will be going to have a comfort break, and I will see you in a few minutes. Right, what's the time? 3:45. Sugar. Close to start. Persisting down with rain again. Surprise, surprise. God, I mean, I do welcome the rain. Need a bit of rain now and again. I find rain is quite relaxing at night when you go to sleep. I don't know why, I prefer it. Anyway, let's get back into the gist of it. We need to speed up, I think. Red car to, I presume, T's yard now with the empty wagons, and then we'll see what these steel services are like. Actually, no, we need to stay on the coke wagons front, because then my next port of call with them is to load some with coke. Oh my good lord, chat is a bit higgledy piggledy. Say, this new iOS 14 on Apple and well, iPad and iWatch and iPhone, all a bit interesting takes, but they do have a few teething problems. So see you in 10 minutes, I guess. Oh, much less than 10 minutes, believe me. I'm back, my friend, I'm back, do not worry. I have returned. Very quick pit stop. I could have made a cup of, I was going to say, I could have made a cup of tea, but I can survive without one. Can't be drinking tea all day, it'll be bad for me health. Water is better. Headlights. Instrument lights to 100%. Interior lights. There we go. All ready to go. There's a horrible horn. If it works. Have to do a very short tone, very short high tone of the horn. Well, let's get going. And now, actually, while I'm busy, I've got to focus. Come on. Getting the vacuum brakes, as well as doing the AWS systems. Yeah, I do like the British old trains. They have more character, as well as the modern ones. They're quite interesting. Right, I need to do the points. Always check the points. You never know what you could find yourself in if you don't check them, just like that one. And that one. Yep, that's all fine. Yep, that's good, and I think we should be okay. Okay. Right, let's go. Charge, go, go, go. Go, go. And Mansell leads Senna. Good old F1. I get paid tomorrow. Oh my god. That's a miracle. I've only just realised I get paid tomorrow. Oh, it's a miracle. Jeez Louise. What will I spend my money on? Oh yes, bills. Phone bill, Apple Watch bill. PlayStation thing is due for renewal. That's annoying. I might need to. Oh, I need to go and get a haircut done before, just in case they disallow. Just in case they all have to close. So I think I'll go and get my hair done this weekend or tomorrow. Maybe very early tomorrow morning. I don't know. I'll see. I'll probably buy myself. I tell you what. I know I will splash the cash on. Well, not much, but you know. I think I'll buy a new top from the Tottenham Hotspur shop. New training top. I do like the look of. It's only £20 only, but it's within my financial budget, so that's all right. So all right, let's get cracking. We should have to stop at the signal, which will then give us clearance to proceed onto the main line. I wonder if we'll see any 37s or 37s, other 37s, 31s and 20s, and well, all the locos really on this route. Let's hope we see them have a bit of variety, eh? Dee. There we go. I'll just ease off the throttle now. I think that's alright. 13 miles an hour. I can get away with that, can't I? I could get away with 13 miles an hour easily. Hey, so who do you think will win the 2021 Formula 1 Drivers and Constructors Championship? Who do you think? He's a British man and he drives a silver car. The only time their dominance will end is 2022. Starting to lose a bit of interest in Formula 1 really. You know, championships and all that stuff, not really bothered. This year's obviously been a bit different, so, you know, racing tracks, you know, racing wise and track wise, so yeah, it's interesting, more interesting. You know, we're going to tracks we thought we wouldn't be going to. You know, the likes of having 2 Grand Prix in Austria, 2 Grand Prix in Silverstone, new Grand Prix Mugello, the return of Turkey, Istanbul Park, what else? Portimao circuit in Portugal, you know, that crazy new layout in Bahrain. Imola, of course, it's not far around the corner. So, yeah, and of course the next year, if all things are all you know, well, world-wise, then we can visit these new tracks like the Netherlands and Vietnam and see what they can deliver. And who knows, maybe the other tracks which we've had, you know, the new tracks we've had this year, you know, the Nürburgring or Istanbul Park or, you know, Mugello or well, it's Portimao or Imola. You never know, they could make an appearance. I don't think all of them will make an appearance, but some of them will. I mean, the tracks I like out of them, I don't know much about Portimao. Don't know the track very much. I'll have to look at it. Imola is alright. I'm not a big fan of Imola. It's not my kind of circuit. Turkey is a great track. I love Turkey. And I'll give the Nürburgring Grand Prix circuit a shout out. I love playing that on GT Sport, and I think it's a good it's a good F1 track, good history. So, do I prefer it to the Hockenheim ring? No, I prefer Hockenheim over the Nürburgring. But yeah, it'd be cool if the Nürburgring would come, you know, back into F1, you know, full time, as well as some of the new tracks, you know, Portimao in Portugal. That looks to be quite a good circuit. I drove it once on Project Cars a couple of years ago when I had the game, but yeah, it's very be interesting. I mean, there's only so many tracks you can fit into a calendar year. You know, that's acceptable for the teams and the, you know, for the fans and so on and so forth. And of course, you know, from an environmental perspective as well, you know, they're trying to reduce their already carbon footprint. Well, I think this year the Earth's had a bit of a break, isn't it? From all of us lot. Using our carbon footprints and all this stuff, you know, we've all been at home. You know, so we'll see. Nearly there at this silly red signal. True, Mercedes will win next year. Heck, the FIA should crown Mercedes 2020. Yeah, they might as well. Imagine if they did the Eiffel Grand Prix at Nürburgring and Nordschleife. Oh yeah, it would be great round the Nordschleife, but that's not going to happen. Oh my god, I need to brake. Please brake. It's not going to do it. I failed. No. Oh, bollocks. Sorry. Whoops. My mistake. I misjudged it. I wasn't concentrating. Yeah, the Nordschleife would be cool, but I mean, the Nordschleife would be, I don't know, I mean, it'd be alright, but it'd be quite a long race, wouldn't it? So, you know, I prefer the Nürburgring Grand Prix track to the Nordschleife. No doubt the Nordschleife is a great challenge for like the old, you know, track day or something, or a GT race, or a 24-hour race. But I don't think it would be good as an F1 circuit. I don't know. It's got too many. I don't know. I mean, it's got too many. Maybe technical corners. I'm not too sure, but you know, or maybe it's just not up to the standards of F1. Maybe. Don't get me wrong, Nordschleife is a great track. I do like it. I just don't think it'd be good for F1. I prefer the Nürburgring Grand Prix circuit. Might need to get going. Quick. Time is against us. Yeah, get going ASAP. Go. Come on, we need to go. Oh, I need to learn my chair every time. Yeah, it's better. Now we need to go. We're going to go as fast as possible, within the limitations, of course. I don't know what have I got. I'd say probably. Don't know if I could squeeze in another steel run. I'll see. I did time it a bit late. I probably should have done it earlier in the day. Started the stream, but oh well. Start in the afternoon, but oh well. I'll probably squeeze in this and then I'll have to call it a day, and then I'll maybe do another stream. Maybe tonight, I'm not sure. I'll have to see. I don't think I will. Probably next time you'll see a stream is on a Friday. Either during the day or not. I'm not sure. Depends what's happening tomorrow, so yeah. Oh, at least I'm getting back into the thick of it, aren't I, with the streaming and stuff. 360p is not the best, but it's better than, as the old saying goes, it's better than crashing and burning. Whew. That would be knocking down on death's door if he did that. Yes, it would be, and I don't think it would be right to, you know, safety wise. Obviously F1 can't race on the Nordschleife, and they never will. It will take months, if not years, to get it up to safety standards. Absolute ages. That's someone else. Who is it? NTFZG. God. 00SE. Well, that's a complicated name. How are you? Hey, welcome aboard. Did Rapid Transit come out? No, it's not. It's not out yet. I don't think it's out now. Is it out now? I would have said if it. I would have made a video if it was. Is it out now? Can't have been. People would have been banging on about it to me, saying, "Oh, I've tried it out. It's terrible," or something. I don't know. Let me have a look. I don't think it's out. No, I mean they would have said, wouldn't they? Dovetail. They would have published something if it was If it was out, they would have done it on social media, wouldn't they? I'll have a look. I don't think it's out. It is out on if it's on the old game, it's there, of course. But Train Sim World 2, no, I don't think it's out. I'll have a look. Have a look. No, it's not out now. They haven't announced anything. That's fine. What have we got? Where's that stupid NHS testing and trace app? It doesn't work anyway. Even though it's been launched, you have to do some sort of stupid code or something, so I will not download it and start using it unless but then again, if I downloaded that NHS track and trace app, I think it would drive everyone around the twist. They'll be obsessed the moment they have one case or something, or something pops up on the phone saying, "Oh, you need to go home now and self-isolate," and oh god, drive everyone round the bend. I've just remembered I have not changed the points. Oops, better late than never. Starting to think, does changing the points actually matter now? Because they don't derail, do they? Unless I turn the derailment function off. I don't think I have. I shouldn't have. I'll have to see. Here's a question. How do you change the metrics of the speedometer? Not to have it on kilometers per hour for good, but you know how, because there was that feature, wasn't it, where it changed automatically from route to route. You know, if I was going from a German route, it would go to kilometers per hour. If I was on this, it would obviously go back to miles per hour. I'd like to change that back, but I don't know how to do it. I can't remember. How do you do it? Sure, someone will tell me. Oh dear, my nose is starting to suffer. Don't worry, I haven't got COVID or anything. Before anyone says that, oh, have you got it? Oh, no, I haven't. I've been feeling 95% happy from a health perspective. Physically, I'm in great condition. I'm not saying I'm a fitness freak or anything. Been started going back to dance class again. I know some of you are thinking, oh, dance class, that's for girls. Yeah, well, it's not, so hush hush. But yeah, I started going back a couple of weeks ago and I've been ticking along nicely. How long it will last, I don't know. It probably won't last now when the new restrictions come in. We'll have to see. Yeah, physically great condition. Mentally, I'm decent. I'm not like suicidal or anything like that, but just a little bit down on how I just keep thinking about how I'd love to improve this channel. How desperate I am to get this or that for the channel, but obviously I can't at the moment from a financial perspective. So there we go. And health-wise, I'm okay. Only thing is, I've been just getting little sneezes now and again, mainly because of my hay fever. I get terrible hay fever. But now autumn is here in the UK. That should hopefully calm it down a bit. Maybe, I'm not sure. It's weird. Always in the winter time, I'm great when it comes to illnesses. I hardly ever catch anything. Fingers crossed. But in the summer, I'm way worse. So. And plus, I wouldn't say I prefer winter time, but I do prefer it mainly because of Christmas and my birthday. And I was going to say New Year's, but that's all been binned. Come on, start applying, you silly thing. There we go. I have to be so close. That red signal, that stopping point, I don't like it. Don't like it. I'm stopping there and now. Stop! Thank you. There's a Class 101 in the distance. None of you can see it, but there he goes. Nice to see him. Nice to see you. To see you. Nice. Right. Right, let's go. Tease yard. Let's go for it, and then I think I'll call it a day. Because I have things to do. Nothing gaming related, more like housework related. Come on, put the power down, come on, where's the grip? Get going, come on. We cannot waste time. British Rail wants our delivery, our service to be on time and conducted in a good way. Come on. Speed is always the answer. Let's go. I'll have a look at the chat when we get up to speed. That'll do. I know it's not realistic mashing the throttle, but there we go. That's my way of driving. Right, Jesus. Manchband, hey, how are you? Welcome aboard, hope you're well. HL, not sure about that. I haven't even bothered changing the metric system. No, I don't know how to change the metric system. I changed it once, but I forgot how to. I wasn't sure if it was in the immersion control scheme or not. I don't know. I'll have a look at it. Maybe later on tonight. Joshua, hey, how are you? You came out of nowhere. You dance to what music? Any music life can throw at me. Not grime music or anything like that. I bloody hate grime. Not a fan of it. Right, we need to get up to speed. Go, 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 go. Rapidos. HO, anybody can dance will accept me. Nah, of course you can. Just have a few drinks. And then you'll be dancing, you'll be in the groove. Just don't do it with friends, of course. You know, got to keep our distance now. Just do it socially over FaceTime or with your family. And they won't matter because they might have a drink as well, so it's alright. If you're not confident of dance, just have a drink. And if you're not into alcohol, just have one shot of Jack Daniels or something, and then that will do it. That'll get your fix. And no, that's not how I started it. HO, no charges were filled in the Breonna Taylor case in connection with her murder. One officer was charged with first-degree wanton endangerment for shooting in someone else's apartment. Okay, I mean, I have not been following that regarding, you know, the latest episode in the police versus the world or versus the United States public thing. So okay. That's good, I suppose, that the officers have justice has been served, I suppose. I haven't really been following that kind of stuff, to be honest. I've just been busy working and well, worried about me. Okay, well, it's a good thing justice has been served. There we go. Yes, I came out of nowhere, out of the abyss. Yes, like me, I came out of the dark times. The dark ages. Maybe I should have gone back to the world would have been a better place. No, I mean, I had a few days off training sim and YouTube. I needed a break from it. I wasn't enjoying it, and it was becoming more of a chore, so I think I said to myself I needed a break, so that's what I did, and now I'm back to it. I mean, it's only a few days, yes, but I needed that, so. But fully fresh, revitalised, up for it, so let's get going. Major, I have a neck brace that hurts a bit. Oh Christ, hope you're okay. Hurts a bit, I imagine it does. Bloody hell. Excuse me language, if you don't like it I do apologise. Joshua, do you drink like getting drunk? I don't drink as much, crikey. I mean, I'll have one now and again. I mean, I haven't. The last time I got drunk, bloody hell. Well, not drunk, but you know. Last time I got drunk was probably. I don't know, when I had a Jack Daniels. I can't remember when. It was rather a while ago. I must have. Oh no, it's for my mum's birthday. That was the only night I could drink properly. But other than that, I don't drink that much, to be honest. I'm not much of a heavy drinker. I'm not that much into alcohol, to be honest. I think, well, I don't drink every night or every time I have a weekend off or something, or when I'm off work I don't drink like every week or something, you know. I'll probably drink now and again, like when something special, like, you know, a family member's birthday or a special time of year like Christmas, or maybe you know, New Year's or something like that. But no, I don't drink that much, no. I mean, when I'm over my granddad's, when I did go over to stay with him, when I was looking after him, we both had a what was it? A shot of, can't remember now. What was it? Whiskey? No. Cider? Maybe. Yeah, we have that just before bed, before we will turn in for the night. So. Helps us get to sleep easier, but yeah, I haven't done that since, well, since lockdown began, so. But yeah, all in all, do I drink? Yes, but nowhere near as much. Not 24. Right, I do apologise with the chat. I'm struggling to keep up. Imagine you drunk while streaming. No, I don't think I would. I would never do that. I mean, I think I would say some hilarious and probably things I probably shouldn't be saying and stuff like that. So, no, I don't plan to do that. But it would be funny, I suppose, to an extent. But I don't plan on doing it. Oh, there's a 20 service. With some empty steel wagons going somewhere. Goodbye. Need to start braking. Whoop. Oh, good God. Phone's playing up. Should have done it on my iPad, but never mind. This chat. Hey, I want to become a criminal court judge someday. Well, I'm sure you can. That's your goal, then. Aim for the target. Aim for the goal. Be harder than ever now, but there we go. You'll be alright. Whoa, increase brakes. Come on, get down the speed, I'm confident, come on. That's it, we're getting down the speed. I won't be using the high tone of the horn, as I'm sure you know, it's not exactly 100%. Come on, there we go. Right, hey, drunk while streaming would make it funny. Yes, it would, but I'm not that kind of person, to be honest. I tend to shy away from that. Only like privately with like family. I wouldn't do it, not much, you know. It's not like I go to the club or pub or something like that. I'm not that kind of person, to be honest. Joshua, when I was got a drunk, I was, let's just say, a mess. Oh, mess. Oh God. Yeah. When does it stop raining outside? Stopped. Clouds don't look very inviting now. It's been raining all day. Where I am today. Sometimes light rain, next minute just chucks it down like it's going to flood the place, but I don't know. You know, it was about time we have a bit of rain. I'm not saying heavy rain to the point where it floods the whole of the United Kingdom, but yeah, a bit of rain is needed. It's good for the garden. I like a bit of rain now and again, as long as I'm not in it. I prefer to see it outside. I mean, when I'm outside working, I pray that it doesn't rain. Have a drizzle I can cope with, not with like a bucket load of rain or 10 millimeters of rain or something. I can't cope with that. This is Middlesbrough. We're going via now. I might stream tomorrow night. If not, then I will be back to the usual schedule of, you know, either Saturday, Sunday or Monday. This is just a one-off, because it was I booked a day off work as a holiday, so that's why I'm streaming today. I'm glad to see you all safe and well, and I'm glad you well, enjoying the stream. Nice to have a bit of company, bit of a laugh, isn't it? Chat all things trains and all the worldwide nonsense we're in at the moment. Right, speed limit will increase to 45 for like, I don't know, 30 seconds before we go back down to 20 or 15 when we get close to T's Yard. Hey, DWS is on, isn't it? Well, that's made a single noise, has it? Oh, I don't think it has. Come on, faster. Increase speed. There we go. The need for speed is high. Come on. Just don't do need for speed in real life, people. Don't do it in real life. That's it. Maximum speed. When we can start braking, when we get to 30 miles an hour or something, that'll be alright. And then once we're at T's Yard, I'll call it a day. I'm sure a nice surprise for you all, for me to all of a sudden just come back with a bang and stream like this. On a day in which I never ever stream, but there we go. Right, applying the brakes. Have a look at the chat quickly. No worry about the chat, just look at it when you like, fair enough. Josh, like a year ago. No, not as much. No, I don't think anyone will, not as much now. Not with what's gone on, not what's gone on this year. Oh no, no way, no chance. Where's the time? 16:16, not too bad. Come on, squeeze speed down. There we go. Under 20 miles per hour. 15 is the next target. We should be able to reach that, hopefully. I better check the points at T's Yard, see what's going on, see if the oh no, the 08 shunter wouldn't be out. It's in its shared in dormant. The 08 is being dormant. Dormant, yeah. There it is. Well, which one? There's like 1, 2, 3. There's like another one over here. No. 3 shunters. God, why can't they all be used? 2 of them are just mannequins, aren't they? It's like that shunter up at the ore terminal. That one's just a mannequin, isn't it? Albeit you can actually get around and drive in it and use it. T's Newport Bridge closed for business today. Nothing. It's the first stream I've had on Tees Valley. I haven't heard that T's Newport Bridge in action, or seeing it in action, or hearing it in action. That's the first. 1 mile to go. 1 mile to go. Oh my God. Yes, that was my hands. Oh, excuse me. It started raining again. Oh God. Hope we don't have any lightning or anything. I don't want a power cut tonight, thank you very much. Now's not the time for that. Have a power cut when I'm not here. When I'm at work, that's fine. Alright. Oh. Anyway, let me have a look at the chat. The MTA Long Island Railroad, along with the MTA Metro North Railroad and the New York City Subway, may have to cut back on services unless it gets $13 billion from Congress because of the pandemic. That doesn't surprise me. Most businesses around the world are asking for loans or financial support, you name it. Football clubs, sports clubs, businesses, big or small, international businesses, you name it. Does not surprise me at all. I mean, I know I'm not in a great job or the best of jobs, but I'm probably in one of the most luckiest jobs in the world, to be honest. Particularly my age limit. I'm surprised I'm lucky to be in the job, to be honest. Oh, the wind's getting up outside and the rain's starting to come down. Brilliant. Lovely. Well, I had no plans of going outside, so that's alright. Right. 0.7 of a mile to go, and then I'll call it a day. The next stream will be still on Tees Valley. I'm doing like a British kind of streams in the run-up to the Isle of Wight. I'll be still focusing on Tees Valley. That's what the next stream will be on. Bit of the 37 with the steel wagons, and then hopefully I'll be on to the Class 08, and then the what's after that, the 101, and then maybe, if not after the Isle of Wight comes out, I'll plan to do streams for the 31, the 20, and maybe the London Underground. It has had a bit of an improvement, the London Underground. Atmospheric wise, it has improved. Now, our passengers not dying or committing suicide, which I haven't seen to this day, in the game, of course. The atmosphere has improved, the sounds have improved-ish from an atmospheric perspective, and it's good to see that it's getting some additional landmarks added for the consoles, like the Shard and Wembley Stadium. So when those landmarks appear, I might do a stream on the London Underground. I might do a stream on East Coastway further down the line, but I'm not sure. I'll have to see what happens. Here we are, Tees Yard. Those of steel coils. What are these? Steel beams. I keep saying slabs. Why? Slabs. What am I on about? Steel coils and beams. What's that over there? Coke wagons. What is it? What's the other two wagons we've got that was new? The limestone wagons from the 20, I think, and the cement wagons from the 31. I don't know the exact name of them. PGA or PCA or whatever, some silly name they're called. Right, nearly there now. Nearly there. I'll just increase the speed a little bit so you can get there a little bit quicker. That'll do. Yep, no need to change points or anything like that. Right, I'll check the stream. But with the Congress acting like little kids, I don't know if the MTA could get funding, and if the service is cut, that will affect me hugely. These cuts on public transport across the world, it does affect people. Not just on the ground, but off the ground in the sky, of course, most of all. Aviation's been affected hugely, which kind of, I'm sure, the environmental freaks, so to speak, they'll love the sound of it, but on the ground as well, I think the London Underground at the moment, they're running some very restricted services, and I think the services will continue to get, well, yeah, they'll be running an even less busy timetable now because of the new restrictions that are coming into play. Was it tomorrow, next week? I think, I can't quite remember, but yeah, public transport is getting a hell of a battering, not just from a financial perspective. Well, yeah, pretty much is from a financial perspective, isn't it? One about, oh, look at that outside. I was looking outside the windows, it's got very dark all of a sudden, very dark sky. Ooh, lovely. And rain. Well, it's alright, I'm inside. I got a silver medal in the end, not too bad. I can accept that. It's better than a bronze. It took 28 minutes. Well, you know the drill. Wait for a service at 6:50. I'm not waiting for that, I'm afraid, my friend. I think now is the time to say goodbye. Oh, that's not a great angle. That's not a great angle either. Yeah, that one. I prefer that one. Trying to find a good shot. Good angle. There we go. Right, well, that concludes the stream. My return on Tees Valley with the BR Class37, handling, unloading coke wagons at the ore terminal. Of course, like I said before, the next stream will still be on Tees Valley. It will begin with the 37 doing its other services, such as another coke run, this time loading the wagons, as well as dealing with the steel coils and beams that you saw as we entered into Tees Yard. If there's enough time I've got on my hands, I can maybe extend that stream to do other locos on this route. If not, then yeah, I'll be doing other streams in the future regarding the content, British content on Tees Valley in build up to the Isle of Wight. But I'm glad to say I'm back, I'm fresh, I'm fully revitalized. Yes, if it's only a few days, it's not like 100 years or a few months, but I'm back. I'm feeling fresh, revitalized, ready to make content for Train Sim World. And streaming, most of all. I was getting a bit sick and tired of streaming and it kept crashing and burning, but I think I finally found a way to stream it. Lower quality, yeah, it's not the best, but it's better than crashing and burning. So yeah, I'd just like to say thank you very much for everyone taking part. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, you know what to do. As always, give it a like button, a smash, and if you haven't subscribed, then you know what to do. Subscribe, it's not that difficult. And yeah, the good times are rolling on my channel, and that's great to see. So the next stream will be either Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. Basically, if you see a stream from my channel, come along, enjoy, and I'll have some fun. So I'd like to say once again, thank you very much for watching. Take care and keep safe, and I will see you next time. Thank you very much. Take care.